Rational and irrational numbers. Rational numbers can be written as a fraction, no matter what format, and then irrational numbers cannot be written as a fraction. Alright, so let's look at our first answer option here. We've got the square root of 3/8, which is the exact same thing as the square root of 3 and the square root of 8. Okay, a square root of 3 is not a perfect square. If it's not a perfect square, that means it's a number that goes on forever. On forever. If it goes on forever with no pattern with it whatsoever, that's going to make it an irrational number. So that whole entire fraction has to be an irrational number. I know that it is a fraction, but there's no square root for 3 and no square root for 8, so there's no other way to write that other than the format that it's in. We just did this. We just changed a repeating number into a fraction, which means the repetition of 0.75 is the same thing as 75 over 99. So I've just written that as a fraction. Right here, the square root of 1/16. Well, the square root of 1 is 1, and then the square root of 16 is 4. So I just wrote that number as a fraction. So we're good with that one. 3 8/10, just like you say it. 3 8/10. I just wrote that as a fraction. -12/7 is already a fraction, so I'm good to go there. The square root of 10 is not a perfect square. You cannot find that answer. We could go on forever and never find this answer on the number line. And then if you take pi and you cut it in half, that number still goes on forever. All you've done is taken every single one of those digits and cut it in half. But it's still going to have a non-repeating decimal.